Hey YouTube, I'm back again. This is my second video I've recorded today, although it's getting late in the evening now. That first pickles video I recorded this morning before I went out. I was at my dad's this morning. I was intending on going to CEX today anyway, but as I was over Darlington area, I decided to go to that one instead of my local one. I was in there yesterday and they didn't have that much. So I decided to go to Darlington, trade in the bits and bobs that I had, and picked up some more Blu-rays. And then I was a little bit naughty and spent quite a bit more money than, well, I wasn't intending on spending any money. But yeah, we'll get to that after we've gone through CEX. So from CEX, I spent just over 20 quid, but it was all on vouchers. So yeah, I got a bit of a glare there. Hitch, film I've actually never seen. Will Smith, 50p. Also for 50p, this is a movie that I have never ever had any interest in at all. Behind the Candelabra, this again was 50p. A couple of people here on YouTube whose opinions I definitely respect have both said that this is worth watching. So for 50p, I've decided to get it and give it a go, and we'll see. And also for 50p, we've got the director's cut of Beowulf. I do like this, it's decent animation. I've got it on HD DVD, but yeah, it's good to grab it on Blu-ray, especially again for 50p. And I'm sure there was another one at 50p, maybe there wasn't. Yep, so moving on, for £2.50 on Blu-ray 3D, we've got Jack the Giant Slayer. I've never seen this one, but seems like a decent animation. Also 3D, Jumper. I know a lot of people don't like this movie. I enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm curious to see how it looks in 3D. And I've got Batman Ninja. This is an upgrade. I got this on DVD probably a few months ago from the charity shop. I think I only paid about 25p, something like that. So yeah, upgrade, comes with the slipcover. And for £2.50, the only series of heroes that I didn't already have on Blu-ray. And for £2.50, I thought I might as well get it. I do already have it, as you can see there, on HD DVD, which I had for the longest time, and it's the only reason why I've not so far bought this on Blu-ray. But to complete the set on Blu-ray, for, like I say, £2.50, that was definitely worth it. And then finally from CEX, Iron Sky, The Coming Race, which I didn't realise was a 101 Films release. I really do like the original Iron Sky. It's such a fun movie. I hear this one isn't as good. I don't think it's been out that long, so for it to drop to £6 so quickly, probably that's the reason why. But yeah, I'm still willing to give it a try. Like I said, the first one was a lot of fun. Then moving on, I was in Poundland. Managed to grab actually 2 more copies of this. It was 50 years ago today, the Beatles documentary. I traded one of them in because it's still trading in for £3. And as I traded my own copy in a while ago, this one will replace that. I've still got the slipcover from that one. I kept that. I didn't trade that in because I was pretty certain if I waited, the next one probably wouldn't have a slipcover, and I was right. I think this is the 4th or 5th copy I've had now, and only that very first one that I bought had a slipcover. So yeah, I've still got the slipcover for that. And then, while I was in town, I thought it would be rude not to go in HMV. My intention was to pick up Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom 3D, because I know they're doing that for $4.99 at the moment, and they did have a copy of that which I picked up, but then when I found this lot I put it back because I thought, if I'm spending this I'm not getting that. So I got some Arrow releases in the sale. Again, these were like the last one, it's all buy one get one free. So I found the limited edition Killer Clowns from Outer Space with the slipcover, which I thought I'd sold out a long time ago. HMV in Middlesbrough, which is the one I generally go to most often, haven't had that in stock for a long time. With the slipcover, they've had the non-slipcover version, but yeah, I was chuffed to have found this. All of these were $14.99, but they're obviously buy one get one free. So I'm really happy to have got that. This one I'd never heard of, but I mean I've heard the name from when Arrow released it, but I've never actually seen it. And this is Deadbeat at Dawn. It just sounded really good, and again it's another limited edition with a slipcover. So yeah, I'm chuffed again. A whole host of special features. Most of these Arrow ones too, although some of them, when you actually get into the discs, the special features aren't nearly as many as you would expect. But both of these look like they've got a host of special features. But yeah, I'm glad to have got more Arrow slipcovers. And this next one was the one that I was looking for the last time, and Middlesbrough HMV didn't have. Definitely looking forward to giving this a watch. It's going to be a toss-up actually tonight whether I watch this or whether I watch Iron Sky. Dave made a maze. The trailer for this looks so good. I've been looking forward to this since they announced it last year. Yeah, and then finally I've got the new remastered version of Life Force. They did have the original one as well. So I actually managed to get to compare the two covers, which artwork is identical. The only difference is the blue and the purple are switched. So on the original version, all the blue bits are purple and all the purple bits are blue. Back's a little different, and from what I can gather, there's a few more special features on here. I have got the steelbook version of this, of the original release. I mean, there isn't a new release on steelbook, but it's the older transfer, I guess. Which this has got a 5.1 audio, which the original one didn't. So yeah, this is kind of replacing. I guess I've been, I've been giving some serious thought on whether I actually want to keep collecting Arrow steelbooks. It wasn't until recently. I mean, anyone who's been watching my channel for the last couple of years knows how I've pretty much fallen out of love with steelbooks and sold pretty much everything. There's a few. I've got a few left, and the only ones I was going to continue to collect were the Star Wars steelbooks and Arrow. But once again, Xavi, who, in my opinion, has spoilt the hobby of steelbooks by just constantly reissuing the same titles. I've now started with Arrow steelbooks. I kind of, year before last, there was 3 or 4 or even maybe 5 titles that were Xavi exclusives that weren't new release steelbooks. There were reissues of older movies that Arrow had already issued before, and I kind of, well, I'll get them anyway because they're steelbooks. But now Xavi are reissuing steelbooks again. Arrow steelbooks. So the last year they did, was it last year or early this year? I think it was last year they did Big Trouble in Little China, reissued that as a steelbook. and now they've done Battle Royale. And when Arrow had their 5th anniversary 5 years ago, there was a bunch of Savvy exclusive Arrow Steelbooks. Whether they're going to do that again this year with the 10th anniversary, I don't know. But if they do, I'm just hoping they're not going to reissue the same old titles over again. So, like I tried to start this rant, I guess, if you like, I was giving serious thought on whether to keep. I've pretty much decided that I'm not going to be buying any more Arrow Steelbooks. I was very tempted with the Weird Science, I have to say. I'm just going to go with the HMV version on that. But my next thoughts are, do I keep the Steelbooks that I've got? Now, most of them I have, not most, but probably about 80%. I suppose that is still most. I have other releases of. Some I have just the HMV version like this. Some I have the limited edition or the slipcover edition, or both in some cases. So I've been giving serious thought on whether I'm even going to keep the Steelbooks. Obviously the ones that I don't have any of the releases of until I upgrade them. Maybe not the right word, but as I upgrade them, downgrade them, whatever, get a different copy, then those Steelbooks I may keep. Yeah, so I'm still undecided what to do at the moment, but this is another one that's I don't need to worry about, that I've got the Steelbook. Another thing with those Steelbooks, with the exception of a few, most of them have just sat on the shelf since I bought them. I think every single one up until Hellraiser, or even early in that, Society, I've opened, but most of them I've never watched because I've got the versions of. But I'm pretty sure Society, Hills Have Eyes, Donnie Darko, Hellraiser, what else? The Long Good Friday, and probably a couple of others as well, are still sealed because I've just never had a reason to open them. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against double dipping for something that's nice and collectible. But as far as those Steelbooks concerned, I don't know that I really need them. So yeah, anyway, this rant has gone on way too long. So yeah, so I went to HMV and I bought 4 Arrow releases that I didn't intend on getting, but definitely happy that I have got. I would say my bank account probably isn't. But there we go. So a bunch of Arrow releases. One from Poundland, or 2, and one of which I've already traded, and then a bunch from CEX. Yeah, so once again, that's that video came up way longer than I intended it to. But I'm happy if you're still here. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers now. Ta-ra.